Read.
If women rule the world, there would be no wars, just a bunch of jealous countries not talking to each other.
Who has said it?
There's no person, there's no name written here.
Okay, read the first sentence.
If women rule the world, there would be no wars.
Why there will be no war? Women are fighting even more than men. Why there will be no war?
I don't know, because I didn't write this on it.
But you were so convinced, that's why you shared it with me.
I think war is a very male kind of thing. In my world, the woman I know, like, they don't fight this kind of thing. They don't fight with weapons.
So who is fighting with weapons? Putin is fighting with weapon, or Biden is fighting with weapon, or who is fighting with weapon there?
The soldiers,
Soldier is another thing, but if women were ruling the world, that means they will be prime minister or president. So they are not going with machine guns or missiles. So these days women are joining in armies and air forces. So what is the difference?
First of all, I don't know who wrote this. Perhaps the person who wrote this could be like maybe in the 60s or 70s for me, where women are not yet like this for me.
Because women were important, they were not very educated. They were not in position to rule a country, to dictate terms. But why you shared it with me? You must have certain agreement with that person.
That day I was looking for jokes. Then it appeared as one of the jokes. Then I thought it was funny, so I share with you.
There is a possibility that this man may be a slave of sex. Maybe this man is burning with desire for women. So he is seeing only the good side. Women have all the things. They can be very dangerous. They can be very cruel. They can conspire, they can plan, they can be very destructive, they can be mad in ambitions. And it is not that women have not ruled. There have been many women who have become prime minister or head of the state. Or there is a possibility this man may have read something, he may have read something from Osho, and then he is quoting him like a parrot. When Osho is talking about women, he is talking about heart. He's talking about femininity, not about a physical form, that if you have a form of a woman, then you are a woman. If you are educated in mathematics, in logic, in science, in philosophy, then you are more male than a female. It is a left brain training. Then you will become a left brain monster, whether you are male or female. So femininity is another thing. When you are connected to your heart, you are feminine. It's a quality. A female can be very manly. Nowadays they are having big muscles also. Even if without having big muscles, their mind can be very manly. They can be very aggressive. So it is all just bogus things. The more they are trained in left brain, the more they will become aggressive. And women can be even far more dangerous than men. Because men are almost spent force. They have lived that thing much. So there are many men who have no desire to be so ambitious or to be so aggressive. They want to explore their feminine side more. But for female, most of the female, they have never been in power. So they are becoming very hungry for power. Now there will be so many women will be ruling countries in future. Only when they are ruling the country, then you will know what they can do. And if you see, there have been, whenever women have got opportunity, they have not proved better than men. In India, there has been only one female Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi. And she was the most dictatorial person. Among all the Prime Ministers, she was the most dictatorial person. She was the only Prime Minister who declared emergency. And cancelled the constitution. She took all the power in her hand. She put all the leaders in jail, all those who were against her emergency. She put everyone in jail. And the kind of torture she did to these people, it is just unimaginable. So where is the difference? There have been so many male prime ministers, none of them became so dictatorial. And there have been other occasions also. This was not the only occasion. Once, because she had promised to Hindu saints that if she comes back in power next time, she will ban cow slaughter. But after coming back to power, she forgot everything. Then these saints, thousands of them, protested in front of the Indian Parliament. And she ordered her police that if they are not leaving, then shoot them. So no one knows, maybe 100,000, 5,000 died. And she suppressed everything to such an extent that even newspaper, they could not publish it much. But someone has taken pictures of those people who were secretly brought to Burning Ghat, and there were hundreds of dead bodies. So she was a master in suppressing people. She was just demonical in that sense. Though in India she is regarded as a iron lady and a great powerful leader. But as the more I come to know about her, I feel she was very demonical. She was the worst Prime Minister of India. Because of so many things she did, was very inhuman and very insensitive. She was just a hungry, power-hungry, mad woman. And about other things also, she was very much so many illicit relationships. And it is said by some of the Indian politicians that she used to change men just like she was changing her sari. And it is said that when the Pakistan, they were mistreating the East Bengali people very much because they were shorter in height, they were comparatively black compared to their Pakistani Punjab. So they thought this is inferior kind of Muslim. And they wanted Bengali language to be the official language there, which the Pakistani didn't like. So their army killed 200,000-300,000 of Bengalis and raped about 400,000 Bengali women. And they said that we will rape so many women that their whole race will change. They will be giving birth to Punjabi kids. So then Indira Gandhi interfered in that, and the Indian army won that war, and about 93,000 Pakistanis surrendered, Pakistani army people. And they were imprisoned in India. But later on, the Prime Minister of Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, came and he met Indira Gandhi secretly, but someone from the intelligence department, he had become like a servant in the house, just to know what is happening. So when he entered in the room where Bhutto and Indira Gandhi were talking, maybe he saw them in a compromising position. So later on, Indira Gandhi returned all those soldiers. But she should have put some condition that from now onward, or she should have taken that part, this Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which they had taken at the time of India's freedom because India was not alert, so they occupied a large part of that land, and many times India got opportunity to get back those land. But perhaps these people had a Muslim ancestry, and they knew that Hindus are not going to vote for them for long. So they created a Muslim vote bank, and they were very lenient towards Pakistan, and they were doing everything anti-national. So once their whole story will be revealed, then people will know that they were not at all in any way interested in development of this country. Whatever little they did was just to remain in power. And when she became the Prime Minister, just 2 months afterward, one part of India, one state, which is called Mizoram, they were discriminating against these people very much. So they were rebelling. So what Indira Gandhi did was that she sent Air Force fighter planes and bombed those people. So this is, someone was jokingly saying that even Indira Gandhi did surgical strike, but she did surgical strike on her own people. So this woman was mad for power. Then there is the another one, Sonia Gandhi, her daughter-in-law. She was never a Prime Minister, but she was the one who was ruling. The remote was in her hand, and the man whom she made Prime Minister was just a puppet. The kind of dirty things she did in those 10, 12 or whatever years she was on the top is just imaginable. She was destroying the secular fabric of this country. She was doing everything to appease the Muslims. And she was going to any extent to spread Christianity. She put many of Hindu saints in jail in a very fraud kind of design. And it is her daughters, almost her daughter's whole family has died all in a very doubtful situation. They have been all killed because they knew much of the secret, and they were demanding some, like they wanted share in power or whatever. So she arranged them to be killed. And it is said that she arranged many other people to be killed. Even it is said about Indira Gandhi that she managed the killing of her own son. Whether it was Indira Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi, no one knows, but it looks very doubtful that their hand was there in killing them. And once she came to know that her son has died in the plane accident, because it is said that the fuel in the plane was very little, and he was doing all kind of what do you call it, in the plane you do something like
spinning.
Things like that. I don't know whether it happened because of that or there was lack of fuel, which it is said that the fuel they had put very little fuel. So maybe it was all planned that there will be less fuel so that there will be accident. But when she came to know that her son has died in the accident, so the first thing she asked was, where is the key? Because her son was maintaining the diary, the secret of all the politicians, and he had the key. He had locked all those things in his almirah. So she wanted that key. She was not that much affected by the death of her son. The most important thing was the key. So once you are hungry for power, then it makes no difference whether you are a man or a female. It is just a form, just a body that someone has a female form. But your mind is more important thing. And if you go on thinking, if you just go on using your left brain, you will become more and more manly. If you are only interested in power, if you start becoming cruel, then that will be reflected on your face also. One of her secretary, who was also secretary of Jawaharlal Nehru, his name was Mathai. So she was sleeping with him also. And he said that sleeping with her is not a pleasure, because her body is very rough and she has a very hairy body. So it's not a joy to be with her, to sleep with her. And then later on, he saw Indira Gandhi sleeping with the person who was teaching her yoga. So then he later on stopped sleeping with her because he had seen everything. And when she went to study in Rabindranath Tagore Shanti Niketan, when she was a young girl, there also she slept with some teacher, and then Rabindranath Tagore had to send her back. So, and there have been other women who were in power and who are in power in India, like Mamata Banerjee is the Chief Minister of Bengal. You cannot imagine anyone more cruel than this ugly woman. She says that she is a Brahmin, but because some people say that she came from Bangladesh, she migrated from there. This woman, Mamata Banerjee, they say that she came from Bangladesh, and she says that she is a Brahmin, but maybe she got that certificate that she is a Brahmin. She may have been a Muslim woman, but if you want to be a successful politician in India, then it will be more helpful if you are a Hindu. So maybe she made a false certificate that she is a Brahmin, and she eats cow which no Hindu will eat, and she is all for the killing of cows. She says that no one can ban beef in Bengal. I myself eat it. She has managed to kill so many of her political opponents. She is so aggressive and so without any grace. The most corrupt and most third-rate politician possible. There are so many people who says that she used to be so simple, wearing only chappal and white sari. So she has struggled so much. But these were just creating infrastructure to build her empire. You have to show that you are very simple. That is how Mother Teresa also remained in power. If you serve people, then people gets affected by it. But even for Mother Teresa, she was not serving people just for serving them. She was serving because she wanted to be in heaven. And for Mamata Banerjee, her heaven is to remain a chief minister. And there have been other like Mayawati in India and Jayalalitha in South India. Mayawati in Uttar Pradesh. They have been all quite ugly. Jayalalitha in a way was little sensitive, but she also put some one Hindu Shankaracharya in jail. He had done no crime, but just he was stopping conversion of Hindus into Christianity. And she followed the order of Sonia Gandhi. So she put that Shankaracharya into jail on false charges. So where is the difference? If you see Margaret Thatcher of Great Britain, she was also called Iron Lady. Must have been a very cruel kind of woman. If you see what is her name, Clinton's wife, Hillary Clinton. So she is a very cruel woman. She had all the underground dealing with Arabian countries and also with terrorist organizations. So where is the difference? It's just the form, just the cover is different. Male and female are both same. If you are a man, then on surface you look like a man. But your second body is that of a female. For a female, their second body is of a male. Because both, how they are born, it is a meeting of man and woman. So they have both inside. So who is saying that if women become prime minister, head of state, there will be no war? It's all bogus, stupidity. If woman is interested in power, that shows she is not very feminine. If some woman is very feminine, she is not ambitious, she is not interested in power, and you urge her to join politics, you request her, and then she joins, maybe she will prove little better. But then you cannot win elections if you are not aggressive. Because politics is a game of scoundrels. It is a last refuge for all kind of scoundrels. What was the second sentence?
Just a bunch of jealous countries not talking to each other.
These are very childish thing, whatever is. Just a bunch of jealous countries
not talking to each other.
How can country be jealous? Everyone is talking. Everyone is interested in expansion. All these countries are interested too. Those who are in power, they want to be more powerful. Because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's not that the power corrupts, but when you have the power, then you get the opportunity for the corruption which is hidden inside you to manifest. So, even if they don't talk because they want others to behave according to themselves. You Even if women were in power, it all depends. There are some men who are very sensitive, even in politics. So it makes no difference whether you are a man or a woman. If you are ambitious, if you are ruled by your left brain, then you will prove to be a monster. Do you contain the monster within you or not?
I feel there is, Swami.
So what is the difference?
No difference.
When there is a divorce between man and woman, is only man responsible or female are also responsible? When they when they fight among each other, is only one person responsible or both are responsible? So it is all just, you may be a feminist, so you are saying stupid things. He may be trying to impress women. You have to see things being neutral. There is no difference. Female are as corrupt as men are. They may be even more corrupt. Because they have not got the opportunity. If they will get the opportunity, they will be more revengeful. There is no female in the world. Very few female are feminine now. Both men and women, they are all ruled by their left brain. Now it is time for you to fart. You just summarize whatever I said.
Summarize is that you have given the example of Indira Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Hillary Clinton. A few names I cannot speak them because it's in the Indian name. So it's like these are the examples of very, very cruel and ruthless women who were leaders, and they were no better than men.
So you agree or not?
Agree, Swami, agree.
Just don't get impressed by good word.
Okay, Swami.
Even Osho was, maybe because he was a sensitive man, so he thought that female, if you give power to them, they will be less ambitious. They will bring femininity. But Sheila proved to be a very ambitious woman. Once power comes into the hand of hungry people, starving people, then they show their real, then their reality comes out.